Well, Israel kills three of the hostages, its own citizens. But that's not the story. This is not the first time, again, that Israel kills some of its own citizens. We know from the October 7th, the number of Israeli citizens and Israelis who were in the kibbutz were killed by Israeli fire. But this is actually a unique case in here. The story, initially, the Israeli military said it was an accidental death, that they were three hostages, that they had their bodies. But then the story can develop further that the three hostages actually were shirtless, that they had a makeshift white flag as they walked out, and yet the Israeli military actually shot and killed them. The story in here is to speak about the rules of engagement that the Israeli soldiers and military had relative to Palestinians and relative to Gaza. As it seems, there's a total, complete abdication of any type of restrictions or limitation on the Israeli military, a complete disregard to international law, to the Fourth Geneva Convention of the Palestinians. The fact that they were actually carrying a white flag and yet they were shot at and killed indicate that the rules of engagement is almost to treat all Palestinian civilians, white flag or not, as a legitimate target and to kill them. We have already a number of cases where actually civilians in schools or in hospitals and so on were shot at, number of total destruction visited upon Palestinian civilians, and we all saw the images of Palestinians being stripped of their clothes and walked around, paraded by the Israeli military. If there is a question to be asked in here for the Israeli military, the Prime Minister, and all those who are supporting them internationally, is to speak about their rules of engagement. When are they allowed to shoot and not to shoot? And how come a civilian holding a white flag, which is universally accepted as an indication of non-hostile activity, for actually recognizing and limiting any type of engagement? The Israelis have engaged when they have the notion of not allowing any of the Israelis to be taken hostage, but this is actually almost a reversal case. So we demand a full accountability and investigation of Israeli military rules of engagement and what are the directives that are given to them in Gaza. I do think we have an International Criminal Court investigation in here on the rules of engagement and why so many Palestinians have been killed.